Hey loves, it's Britt from Flourish. I am back with my next product review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Malibu C color correction products. Most of you are probably familiar with Malibu if you've been doing hair for a little while. They have quite a few different products. I'm just focusing on the color correction tools. There are 5 of them that I think are amazing, and so I want to share with you a little bit of info about them today. What is Malibu C? If you haven't heard of them before, you can check out their website at www.malibuc.com. I am out here on the West Coast, so Malibu for me is available at Cosmoprof locations. I don't know where they'd be throughout the country, but that's where I'm able to buy it. You can also order online. I was able to get one of the products online. They shipped it to me within like 3 days. It's standard shipping. They're awesome, so great customer service. Malibu's been creating hair and skincare products since 1985 with the foundation of being vegan, cruelty-free, and formulated without gluten, parabens, sulfates, preservatives, or fragrances. Super all natural. Most of Malibu's products are formulated to clarify and remove minerals and deposits that occur naturally and chemically in water that cause issues such as fading, brassiness, green tones, overall dullness. So it's all about prepping the hair, clarifying, cleansing in all kind of different ways. So like I said, I'm going to talk about 5 different products today. They have a ton of different products. They have shampoos, conditioners, color prep stuff, just hair treating stuff, conditioners. But I'm going to talk about the tools that I like to use for color correction. So we have the Crystal Gel, the Color Prepare, the Quick Fix, the CPR, and the newest member of the family, the DDL. So let's start with Crystal Gel. I think this is a really great go-to that everybody can use on almost every single client. I can't believe how much I ended up loving this. What it does, it balances the pH of hair and scalp. It evens out the porosity for a more even color application and results. So we know that when we lift hair, when hair gets environmentally damaged, the porosity becomes imbalanced. So some parts of your hair, the cuticle is swollen open more, some places it's swollen less, so color would take super unevenly if you don't balance out that porosity first, and Crystal Gel does that for us. It also rids the hair of minerals and other color blockers by deep clarification. When to use it? Before any color service. I think you could use this on anybody. It's not going to hurt. It's only going to help. It makes the hair super silky and soft. I was really impressed by this one. Before applying the toner for a more consistent, predictable result, remember we said it evens out porosity, so it's great before toners. After foiling or a bleach application to stop the chemical process completely. So there are other products out there too that help to change the pH, balance it out, and make that color process stop. This just happens to be one of them, and I think it works really well. Here's an example of how I used it. I took a level 10 swatch of hair, and I just used a level 8 green brown on it just to kind of mimic what it would look like if there was mineral buildup or something like that on there. I just wanted to see what would happen. I couldn't believe it. I applied the Crystal Gel. I allowed it to process under heat for just 45 minutes. So with the Crystal Gel, you just mix it with a little bit of water and then you put it onto the hair. I allowed it to process for 45 minutes under heat, and look at the difference. Oh my gosh, it lifted almost all of the color out. It's a little bit warmer. You can see a little bit of residual color left in there, but what a world of difference. The hair was so soft. It felt like it had been deep conditioned. It was super healthy. I couldn't believe it. Incredible. You don't have to use it for 45 minutes either. You could do less time, but I just did it the maximum just to show you the maximum potential of the product. Okay, next we have Color Prepare. This is a really nice color prep tool for anybody who's getting their color done. It swells the cuticle to allow for a stronger deposit, superior gray coverage, and extended color longevity. Who doesn't want that? It accelerates the color processing time. It says that it does that. I haven't tested it, so I can't stand by that. I still always suggest that you process fully based on manufacturer's directions, but play with it if you want to. And it offers increased color vibrancy. I definitely saw that. When to use it: before any color service if the client is 50% gray or more, when your client desires a bold result such as a bright red, or when using direct eyes. So when they want that really bold pop of color, or when you're trying to cover those difficult grays, this is a great tool to help you. Here's the example. A level 10 hair colored with a level 6 red and copper. So I did 2 level 10 swatches and I put a level 6 red copper combo onto both. I used the Color Prepare to the left swatch before I applied the red copper color, and on the right swatch I just put it right on the hair. I allowed the Color Prepare to process for just 5 minutes before applying the color. And can you see the difference? Oh my gosh, huge. The left swatch is more rich. The color is way more even. You can see much greater deposit. It's a nice balanced color throughout the entire swatch. Such a huge difference. So if somebody's looking for a bright color, really even color, superior gray coverage, Color Prepare is an awesome tool to have. Okay, Quick Fix. Quick Fix is amazing. Probably behind Crystal Gel, this was my most favorite product that I tried. It reduces the mineral buildup from hard water. It stops the oxidative action of peroxide, so same thing as the Crystal Gel, it'll stop that action from happening. And then it offers deep clarifying and some light oxidative color removal. I was really impressed by how much color was removed with the Quick Fix. When to use it: before any color correction service. So if somebody comes in, you're going to do a whole hair makeover on them, this is a great first step. It's super quick and easy. You can just do it in 5 minutes on the hair and get some really nice lift. To slightly lift and balance any overly deposited toners or uneven color deposits. If you've been doing hair for a while, you've probably been in this situation where you apply a toner and you're like, oh crap, that went way too dark, or you apply gloss and you're like, that tone is way off. This can totally save your butt. You put it on, it processes really quickly, it lifts half level, a level out, and it gets you back to a place where you can do a quick color correction. Sometimes the client doesn't even have to know that you did this. You can do it right at the bowl. It also slightly lifts out undesirable color to create a more even canvas to work with. So again, great color correction tool. This is my example. I had a level 10 swatch. I put a level 7 warm brown. You can kind of see in the top of the mid shaft there, a level 7 warm brown from the top to the ends. Then I applied the Quick Fix and allowed to process for the full 15 minutes. That's the maximum amount of process time. You can see no heat, just right at the bowl. 50% of the color was removed and the hair was now a level 9 golden brown. So if you overtoned, or if someone's coming in for a color correction, they want to go lighter, in 15 minutes, look where you can get with it. Amazing. Okay, CPR, this is another great tool. It gently lifts up to 3 levels of oxidative hair color. It's fortified to improve the integrity of the hair, so actually make the hair healthier. It works without bleach, peroxide, or other harsh chemicals, which is usually what we have to grab if we're trying to lift color otherwise, right? Either use a high lift tint or a bleach. You don't need that if you're using CPR. When to use it: if you are planning to lift oxidative color out of the hair, even if your client desires more than 3 levels of lift, which normally we'd say grab the bleach, right? This is a great first step. It doesn't always get you 100% of the 3 levels, so this can kind of get you started, and then you can use maybe a bleach with a lower volume of peroxide than you would have had to use otherwise. CPR is only formulated to lift oxidative color. It's the way that it goes into the hair. It shrinks the molecules to allow them to be pulled back out. It won't change your natural hair color because those color molecules aren't in your natural hair color. It's just its natural hair pigment. It won't lift the hair any lighter than your natural pigment. So all it's going to do is go into that cuticle, shrink the color molecules back down temporarily so that they can fall right back out of the hair. Here is an example, and this didn't photograph as well as it looked in person, so I'm going to try and explain it to you really well. So I took a level 10 swatch, and I put a level 4 cool brown on the swatch from the top to the bottom. I applied CPR and allowed to process for just 15 minutes. This time I did put it under heat. This is the difference between the Quick Fix and the CPRs. The CPR does go under heat, so the client's going to definitely know you're doing it. The hair was lifted to a warm level 7, and the condition was great. You can't see it fully in the picture, but the ends were definitely a level 7. I couldn't believe the lift in just 15 minutes. I wouldn't have gotten that kind of result with bleach. It would have been raw. It would have been much more warm. It was like this beautiful level 7 brown. She might have been happy with it just like that. I will say you can kind of tell from the swatch, it is a little bit uneven, a little bit patchy. It might have been the way I applied it too. So just take really small sections and make sure you really work it through all the way when you're applying this to the hair, but really great results. Okay, and DDL is the newest member of the family, so it lifts direct dyes. Whoa, so awesome. So we're talking about like Pravana, Joico, maybe Color Splat. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it on that. But when you use bleach to remove direct dyes, you force the color molecules deeper into the hair. You've probably heard that before. And this makes it even harder just to get back to a color correction, back to a natural color. DDL reduces the size of the molecule and pulls it back out of the hair. When to use it: anytime you want to remove Pravana, Joico, or any other direct dye pigments. Here is what I did with it. I couldn't believe it. I took a level 10 swatch. I put that Pravana blue on there, which we all know is really difficult to remove. I used the DDL. DDL is the only product in the Malibu scene line that you do need to use peroxide with. Most everything else you mix with water. So the DDL, I use 20 volume peroxide, which is the highest level recommended. You can actually mix it with water for a gentler lift. You could also mix it with 10 volume. I applied it and allowed it to process for the full 45 minutes. The hair was lifted several levels and the condition was great. I actually did a second lift with it, and I show that in the guide. I'm going to give you the information on the guide in the next slide, but if you want to see what it looks like after a double process, you want to download the guide. It's available at my website. I'll give you that info in a minute, but the blue lifted even more with a double process, which I thought was really awesome. If you want to download that guide, if you want some more information, you can visit my website, www.flourishsaloonspa.com. Search for Malibu Sea with a little magnifying glass. It'll pop right up. Sign up for my newsletter if you want free formulation advice, examples, and reviews. I am focused on business building, but I do a ton of stuff with color too. You can friend me on Facebook at facebook.com/flourishsalonspa, or you can email me anytime, Britt@flourishsalonspa.com. Thanks, guys. Hope you learned something today, and I'll see you next time.